ฟังมาถึงตรงนี้ผมก็เชื่อว่าคงจะมีหลายคนมองหาตำแหน่งงานที่เหมาะสมกับตัวเองไว้แล้วแต่ก็ยังมีอีกมุมหนึ่งนะครับที่ผมอยากจะนำเสนอให้ทุกคนได้เห็นว่านายจ้างเขากำลังมองหาอะไรบ้างจากตัวของบัณฑิตจบใหม่
We did a survey and we asked the hirers what are the things that they looked into when they select or they shortlist the fresh grad. So 50% of them looked into things like whether they're keen to learn new things. About 50% looks into their ability to collaborate and work as a team. And then 45% whether they are really enthusiastic to actually learn, right? As for skills, communication tops it all. 62% comes back and says, well, we need communication. The other 62%, it's on language. I think this is also due to the fact of the influx of foreign direct investment coming into Thailand. And 54% looks into technical knowledge for very specialized roles like the IT side of it. And as for experiences attained, so a lot of people say, what sort of experience will you look into for fresh graduate? Actually, how they actually look for experiences, 75% will say that I will pick a candidate if they have been through an internship program. 49% says it's great if they actually have part-time work experience. And 41% looks into if they have not been in an internship program, they have not worked part-time before, what are the extracurricular activities they participated in their university days. So these are some of the aspects of areas where the hirers will look for when they actually pick the cream of the crop from the fresh graduate. Well, we also did a survey and we actually asked our candidate, what's your expectation in terms, what are the few factors that you look for that you would choose to join a company? So I think the first thing that came out from them is work location, the company reputation, colleagues, the people that they're going to work with, what type of work schedule, and what sort of leadership is. We actually did this survey through our happiness index survey in terms of the fresh graduate. For example, number one, it's really looking whether the candidate, the talent has the ability to do complex problem solving, whether they could be coordinating with other people, they have people management skills, whether they have critical thinking, negotiation, quality control to a certain extent, service orientated, whether they make good judgment and decision, whether they're active listening, and they have creativity. So these are some of the skill sets that will actually be required in the long run, in future, for the work market out there. So what are some of the advices? I think it's very important, it's picking the right company with the new younger generation, right? We have got really icons in the social media and stuff like that. A lot of them says you don't need education, but actually you can become a millionaire overnight. So a lot of the youngsters nowadays have their what we so-called dream, and they actually dream to own their own businesses, right? And if the end objective of your career, I would say, it's to own a business, to become an entrepreneur, then my advice is for this candidate, when they graduate and they come out of the universities, they should actually choose companies who are startups. Why should it be startups? Because if you work for a startup, okay, or even for a small based company, they have an opportunity to go for job rotation. Their job scope actually expands beyond their specialized role. So you could end up over 2, 3 to 5 years, you could be doing quite many type of functions within the organizations. Whereas if you graduate and you say, business is not my cup of tea, so you say, I want to be a corporate leader one day, then they should actually go into a much larger, much organized organization with the right policies, the right structure, so that they could actually go deep down into the areas that they intend to specialize in, so that they get better training, better development, and that could help them to advance their journey to be the best subject matter expert in the field that they're in.